In the last video, we had discussed that not just the vowels are enough to represent all the vowel sounds. So there are some reference points named as cardinal vowels which are used to refer to all the vowels. Okay, so we shall study that cardinal vowels now. So cardinal vowels are specially selected vowel sounds which can be used as points of reference in which other vowels can be measured. They are not actual vowels belonging to any particular language, but they can be used as points of reference with which the vowels of particular language can be compared and serves as a yardstick to describe the actual vowels in a language. Now we shall see the cardinal vowels, the diagram of cardinal vowels and how it is presented. So here you can see we had seen in the last video the diagram that shows the position to which the height to which the tongue can be raised, and based on that these are the cardinal number 1, E, all these cardinal vowels, 8 cardinal vowels are shown here, and based on these positions we will be writing how the cardinal vowels are labeled as 3-term label of cardinal vowels. We will be seeing this, just like how we see the cardinal vowels, how we describe the vowels based on the position of the lips and the height to which the tongue is being raised and which part of the tongue is being raised, etc. We will be writing that description now. So this is the image which shows the cardinal vowels, and the position of the main ones are cardinal number 1, 4, 5 and 8 that is being presented here, and the description of each also we will be seeing. So the system of 8 cardinal vowels is devised by Daniel Johns, and it is the most satisfactory one. It shows the tongue positions of the 8 cardinal vowels, and we are going to study the 3-term labels of the cardinal vowels based on how we describe the vowels. Okay, so I will first of all, before I give you the full thing, for exam point of view, I will teach you one easy way how you can study this, how you can write this. First I will show you the easy way, then we will see the description. See, the first 4 ones are front and the next 4 ones are back. So we shall write this friend, 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 friend. Now the next 4 are back, 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 back and back. Then the next one will be like this: close, half close, half open, open. Then again open, half open, half close, close. Very easy, right? This is for the exam point of view. Okay, next the first 5 will be unrounded and the next 3 will be rounded. So we write it unrounded, 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 unrounded. So all the 5s are unrounded and the last one is rounded. Last 3 are rounded. Okay, so cardinal number 1 is front, close and rounded, front, half close and rounded, front, half open and rounded, front open and rounded, back open and rounded, back half open and rounded, back half close, rounded, back close, rounded. So I hope you understood this easy technique of studying this. Now next we can see that, so let us take cardinal number 1, 4, 5, 8. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 8. 1 is front, close, right? 4 is front, open. 5 is back, open. And 8 is back, close. These are the main ones. So when for your exam, when you are describing cardinal vowels, you can write like this. You can put all these as sentences. Then again this one, front close, front open, back close. You can show this figure, and then you can see this has got highest degree, front close, highest degree of friendness and highest degree of closeness. 4 you can describe as highest degree of friendness and highest degree of openness. 5 we can write highest degree of backness and highest degree of openness. And 8 you can write highest degree of backness and highest degree of closeness. So, and then you can write this 1, 2, 3, 4. Card number 1, 2, 3, 4 are of front series, and 5, 6, 7, 8 are of back series. Easy, right? So you can easily write 5-mark questions or even essay question based using these tricks. Now, next what we are going to study is, these are the primary cardinal vowels. Now next we will see secondary cardinal vowels. So this we have named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So now these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which are unrounded can also act as rounded. Then forms this 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like front, close, rounded. All this rounded place it will become unrounded place, it will become rounded. Front, close, rounded. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 will be front, close. Instead of unrounded we will write rounded. Front, half close, rounded. Instead of in all the places we have got unrounded, we will write it as rounded. Then 11 will be front, open, rounded. 12 will be, sorry, here it will be front, half open, rounded. Now 12 will be front, open, rounded. And 13 will be back, open. So it is the opposite of 5. Back, open, unrounded it is. So here we will write back, open, rounded. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Here front close rounded, front half close rounded, front half open rounded, front open rounded, back open rounded. Now 13. Now we have got 14, 15 and 16. So here we see all these 6, 7, 8 which are rounded can also become unrounded. So in all the places of this rounded we will put unrounded. So 6, we will take 6, back, half open. Instead of rounded we will write unrounded. Back, half close, unrounded. Last one, back, close, round, unrounded. Instead of rounded we will write unrounded. So we have this 14, 15 and 16. And 17 and 18 are intermediate between 1 and 8. In the middle, intermediate between 1 and 8. 17 and 18. So I hope all of you understood this representation of primary cardinal vowels and secondary cardinal vowels. I have just taught you the easy tricks that you can use for your exam to memorize it easily. Okay, I hope you got it. Let's see the other descriptions. Let's see. Next we will read about International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA. International Phonetic Alphabet has all the symbols that can represent all the sounds that are there in all the languages. Okay. But the 44 speech sounds that we studied are particularly of standard English, the pronunciation of which is referred to as received pronunciation. Standard English is, so English has got many varieties in England, and that particular dialect of the southeast of England grew very popular, and it was used in the court, universities of Oxford, Cambridge, even BBC News, and even in the schools, everywhere. So it became a symbol of social status, and that was referred to as the standard English. Even the news media, government, legal profession, teachers in schools, universities, everybody started using it, so it became standard English. And last we will see received pronunciation, or RP. Within England there is a great diversity in the pronunciation of English as spoken in different regions, and the particular accent of standard English or the pronunciation of standard English is referred to as received pronunciation, or it is considered as the received pronunciation or the correct pronunciation of English, the correct or the standard pronunciation of English. Okay, so I hope you understood cardinal vowels and IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, received pronunciation, standard English, etc. Okay, thank you.